Hi guys, for this particular video, we'll be discussing the last chapter of our research final manuscript, which includes the conclusion with recommendations as well as the different important parts such as the appendices, the references, and also the outputs of the study. So to start with, conclusion. This should briefly answer the objectives of the study. Take note, objectives, so this must be connected to the statement of the problem. They are not repetitions of the discussion, but are judgments of the results obtained to answer each objective of the study. We also need to highlight here judgment. We must base it on the result. What will be some of the important contribution of our research to the community based on the results of the study? It must be justified by the data analyzed and presented to the flow of findings. That's for the conclusion. Now, for the recommendations, this section outlines a feasible plan of actions that arise from the findings and conclusion. Take note also of the word feasible. This must be concrete, measurable, and attainable, and this must be based on the findings of our study. They must be linked to the significance of the study. So that means whatever we wrote in our significance of the study in our introduction part, they must be connected also to the recommendations. But this time, it must be based on the results of the study. Say, for example, we're able to mention there teachers or instructors, students, and future researchers. All those three sectors should also be mentioned here in the recommendations. But whatever we need to say is all about connect or is all connected to the results of the study. We now have the concrete results. What plan of action can we actually recommend to them? Next would be the references. So always take note that when you are writing references, we need to arrange it according alphabetically and according to the APA 7th edition form. Now, for the proposed output or outcome that we mentioned in our background of the study and also our scope of the study, proposed outputs or outcomes are the blueprint for the plan the research would like to produce based on the results of the study to address and bridge the gap or gaps. We now have the results. We see something is lacking, so therefore, what can we recommend or what can we propose to address the gap? That would be the highlight of the proposed output or outcome. And this must be included also in the final manuscript of our research paper. Example would be matrices, program proposals, etc. So say for example, I have one research group concerned about solid waste management in our school. So one plan of action would be an enhanced solid waste management plan that to be given to the safety office for validation at the same time for enhancement and at the same time for implementation in the school community. And the last would be our appendices. This section contains the pertinent documents such as transmittal letters, research instrument, curriculum vitae, and others which are neatly and logically arranged and presented. Take note, appendices are like all the evidences that we were able to collect and gather for use in our study that is also connected to the data gathering procedure that we mentioned in our methods. So these are some of the appendices that we need to include in your research final manuscript. This includes survey questionnaire, the validity results, compiled results from our validators, reliability results, informed consent, just to signify that all our respondents were well informed about their rights to answer or to decline answering our research survey. Letters to the jurors or dean or VPAA as per data gathering, accomplished certification to conduct study, endorsement for pre-oral defense, endorsement for final defense, certification for grammar check using Grammarly, certification for originality testing, plagiarism checker. In our case, we use Turnitin, certification from the Ethics Review Board, and curriculum vitae. That's it for our appendices, and I hope this video would help you in writing your last part of your research final manuscript, which will be your recommendations, and your conclusion. Thank you so much for watching.